We all know what it's like to be on the SkyTrain, but what's going on under the SkyTrain? Today on DownieLive, I'm going to show you all the random things you'll find under 50 kilometers of SkyTrain track. And yes, that includes a castle.
Now, I'm not going to give you an inch-by-inch guide of the entire track, but I'm going to give you a gist so you understand how it works, why it's here. I'm going to give you a little bit of history and fun and interesting things that you can find along the way underneath, or in this case, above the SkyTrain. So we're going to start here at Chinatown Station because the SkyTrain runs underground through all of downtown, and this is where it comes out and goes above ground. Now, as they come along, they're actually side by side with the Georgia and Dunsmuir Viaduct, in which they have to get to the other side. So they actually dip down here, go under both of them, and come back up to enter into Main Street Station. And at this point, it actually goes past one of Vancouver's best covered skate parks. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a video where I walked along the entire seawall front to back, and I made a huge mistake, and I walked the entire 28 kilometers and had massive blisters. So today, as we follow the SkyTrain, I've actually brought my bike, which is great because I'm going to be doing over 50 kilometers today, but there's a fantastic walking and cycling greenway path underneath most of the SkyTrain along the way. So that's how I'm going to be able to show you everything that's under the SkyTrain today. Now, as the SkyTrain comes out of the Main Street Station, it comes along this, which was the original first mile of track built. And it gives us our best example of how the SkyTrain is built. It's a concrete column with a concrete bridge for the train to pass across, but that's not always the case. And I'll show you that in a minute. Now, in 1986, when they put in the SkyTrain, surprisingly, you can't just bulldoze entire neighborhoods to have a SkyTrain go through the most populated areas. In fact, they had to run it alongside old train tracks. This is the only place that had uninterrupted space in a direct line for the SkyTrain. So as you'll see, the SkyTrain either goes alongside current train tracks or running through areas that used to be train tracks.
Now, this is known as the Grandview Cut, which was a trench dug out by the Great Northern Railway in 1913, designed to bring trains along a flat track into False Creek. So while we can't ride our bike in the Grandview Cut, we'll be riding alongside it on the Central Valley Greenway.
So it's a really enjoyable, quiet spot, very green. You can hear the SkyTrain if you listen carefully, but it's just kind of empty, safe riding for cyclists.
As we approach Renfrew SkyTrain Station, take a look to your right and appreciate a fantastic mural of steam trains passing through a station decades ago. Now, after plenty of research, I actually couldn't find any evidence that Renfrew Station here was an actual station, but I like to think that it was. You'll notice now that we're passing through a heavy industrial area. Now, the decision to run the SkyTrain through this area was contentious because Vancouverites wanted their SkyTrain to connect communities, not industrial areas. But as we saw earlier, it had to run along train tracks, which meant its route was predetermined.
Now, at this point, when you ask what's under the SkyTrain, well, this is the first time that the SkyTrain has gone up significantly, that it has gone up and over Highway 1, the Trans-Canada Highway right there. And we are coming out at Boundary Road, which is the divider between Vancouver and Burnaby.
And so as we come out of the industrial area, we cross this important patch of greenery.
Now, this is one of the few natural creeks that Vancouver still has. Most of them have been covered up by streets and now run through underground pipes. But this one was kept in its natural state and still runs under the SkyTrain. But We Take Lead does a much better job of explaining this on the CBC Vancouver channel, so I'll leave that up in a card up there and you can watch it if you'd like. Let's get back to the SkyTrain. So right here we have low-level offices, warehouses, some restaurants. Over here we have substation and industrial area. As you continue to come around, you have a ton of brand new towers. And this is based on the model of if you build it, they will come. Guess what's right over there next to all those towers? A SkyTrain station.
The SkyTrain has made this area a recent hub for development, but as you get further from the station, you can see how quiet the neighborhood really is and used to be.
And one of the benefits of the SkyTrain is if you're cycling under it and you come to a hill, you can take the SkyTrain up the hill. Maybe I should take my own advice instead of talking to you while I'm absolutely winded. Woo! Oh, this is interesting. So the SkyTrain is elevated down there, and it's elevated at the station here. But for 500 meters in the middle here, it goes to ground level to stay below the satellite of Global TV and not cause any interference. So a slight change to the track that they made at the request of Global TV. This behind me is Lougheed Town Centre. Okay, you're probably mocking me for my... Hey! That's my sister Jess! What's she doing here? Just wanted to check out underneath the SkyTrain.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There you go. Well, let's keep going. So this is where the Expo Line and the Evergreen Line split. Now, I don't have time today, so we're not going to go all the way out to Port Moody to show you. We're going to continue along the original Expo Line. But I thought this was important because this is one of the first areas where we've seen they have used steel girders to support the SkyTrain. But because the SkyTrain has to bridge across this private property of the white spot here, using concrete for such a long distance isn't strong enough to support that much weight. The additional concrete needed for the extension adds so much weight that it wouldn't work. So they've used lighter, stronger steel beams, which are more expensive.
So now we're coming under Highway 1 for the second time, and we'll cross into Hume Park, which is a beautiful, very green park.
What a nice park. Look how green this place is.
And we'll ride along a number of gravel paths until we get to Brewing Station.
And just like that, we're back under the SkyTrain.
But more importantly, we stumbled across this.
What? What? Is that a castle? Let's turn right. Turn right. What? Jailhouse for sale? We're getting distracted. Never seen that before. Anyone want to buy us a jailhouse? I'm open, leave a comment. I'll hit you back. What? Oh my gosh. There's a castle in New Westminster that I never knew about. That's the SkyTrain. And this is a castle in New West I had no idea about. I know it's not under the SkyTrain, but it's within arm's reach. If you know anything about this, leave it in the comments because I'd love to know. I'd love to see it reopen. So from castles to soldiers, this behind us is the world's largest tin soldier. World's tallest. You're looking trim. Don't worry, you're not too large.
Oh boy.
We're now at New Westminster Quay, which is along the water here. Tugboats, a lot of shops, restaurants, cafes, and it's only 200 meters away from the New Westminster SkyTrain Station. One of our iconic Sorry, folks. I easily could have edited that out for you, but this is what the experience is like. I need to share it with you. I have to be authentic. And now we're back under the SkyTrain on a beautiful cycle path. Look how nice this is. Again, you can see the remnants of train tracks that used to be here. This is the SkyTrain maintenance yard, and when it was originally built here back in 1983 to 85, it was just a used gravel rock quarry. It was nothing. And in fact, it was one of those areas that people were like, why are you building this here? No one lives around here. We need SkyTrains where people live. And now it's become a nice residential area. Again, one of those things, if you build it, they will come. So the trains come from the yard under this little bridge here into their tunnel, but right next to it, as I've said all along, you can see the train tracks on the road. Right straight into the tunnel here. And if you think I sound like Geoff Marshall right now, then you should definitely go leave a comment on one of his videos telling him that we should do a collaboration sometime. You know, once travel allows it. Wow, this is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Look at this.
Is it beautiful?
Look at this.
Now, while this was the beginning of the end of our excursion, we didn't know it was about to lead to the highlight of our day.
Oh, what's this? Studio Brewing with a Mexican taco truck. Did not expect that. Definite.
And so, after about 40 kilometers of riding, we had definitely earned ourselves a beer or two and some tacos.
Do you guys want to be in the video?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Guys, this is Dalton, and I didn't catch your name.
Lerica.
Lerica?
Yeah.
This is Dalton and Lerica, and they're fans of the channel. So if you're here and you haven't subscribed, I think they would tell you you should.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing person. We love him. We watch his videos. Amazing.
You guys are so kind.
Thank you.
Well, okay, I really want to try your food.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
I'm here with my sister. You guys know Jess?
Yes, we know just, yeah.
What do you recommend?
We will do the quesadilla and the sandwich for you.
Crispy chicken sandwich. It's
The
really
torta.
good.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Really good. And some
Perfect.
churros.
Churros?
Yeah.
Love it, love
Sounds
it.
good.
How long have you guys had the food truck for?
So for a year now,
Yeah.
and it's been going great.
And how long have you two been together?
Oh, we are husband and
9
wife.
years. It's been 9 years.
9 years together.
And any problem working with him?
Not like it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Cheers.
Quesadilla, tacos, and there's a churro.
Churros for you.
Oh,
The
great.
churro.
Yes, thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank
No worries at all. Hope you
Oh my
enjoy.
gosh,
Have
okay,
a
let me
good
get
one.
that.
I watch everything about you.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. You guys, check out Dos Amigos. If you see the food truck, they're out downtown earlier today. They're here. Make sure to say hi. So nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
so much.
Bye. Good
Thank
night.
It smells so good.
Oh, they're so sweet.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. And for dessert,
Oh, yeah. Some magic, delicious churros. See, the smart thing for me to do is get Jess to film, so then her hands are full and she can't eat any more churros.
hey!
Well, I think the motto for today is, if you don't go out and do something, nothing will ever happen. I had a great time randomly running into my sister Jess. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're new to the channel or you've been watching for a while and you're not subscribed, I actually just found out 80% of you or more are not subscribed to the channel.
What? That's insane.
That's insane. So if you enjoy the videos, hit the subscrib. Come along.
Guys, what are you waiting for?
Look, I promise you, you can always unsubscribe later if it's not what you're looking for. So there's no harm, no foul. Give it a shot. You might just like it because I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. That's not it. Gotta get home and I got something else to tell you. Well, for those of you that care, I'm sweating like crazy. It was a total of 52 kilometers, which is my longest on Strava, and I burned over 1,300 calories, which I think that's fair considering I had delicious Dos Amigos and some cervezas. We'll call it even. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but today's video was filmed entirely on my cell phone. Well, up until now, because I needed to show you that I've got my cell phone. But today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. It's an online learning platform with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious minds like ourselves, for you to explore new skills or deepen existing passions, or just get lost in creativity. So they have courses in pretty much everything: photography, animation, editing. But the one thing I wanted to know specifically was filming on my iPhone, because it tends to be the camera I have in my pocket the most. And so I'm taking a class by Caleb Babcock and Niles Gray called iPhone Filmmaking: Create Cinematic Video with Your iPhone. Now, the nice thing about Skillshare is that most of their classes are under 60 minutes, and it's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Now, lucky for us, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link down below will get a free trial of a Skillshare Premium membership, so you can explore your creativity. So a big thanks to Skillshare for building a great community for creative people like ourselves, and for sponsoring today's video. See you next week. Okay, I think I got it. Thanks, baby.